We have seen one of the longest green candle streaks in the history of cryptocurrency through the lens of Bitcoin. It's been all the way since 2013 that we have seen this many green candles in a row. Take a look. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 green candles in a row. Or at least it would have been if that last one had been green. A little bit of red there, but still, that many green candles in a row is a pretty big accomplishment. And it's a positive sign for cryptocurrency in the short term. We have a little bit more to talk about when it comes to the long term. What is going to happen with it then? How high can the prices of these cryptos go? Some big numbers, some big predictions. A lot of experts are weighing in, and we can get to the bottom of where we might be able to see this go. Take a look. Golden Tree, a $45 billion asset manager. $45 billion is bigger than the entire market cap of Dogecoin right now, which is worth approximately $27.5 billion. They are now buying into Bitcoin. It's a remarkable trend that is continuing to happen. Big groups, hedge funds, massive companies are putting money into cryptocurrency. Tesla right now, the only major company that has, but some other big companies further down have done the same thing. We're going to talk more about that. As we see this stuff happening, it's a positive sign because you do not see pretty much ever companies and hedge funds of that size investing in anything unless they have an extremely high degree of confidence that it's going to go up. We've also seen ARK Invest putting more and more money into Bitcoin and cryptocurrency. Dogecoin is going to be hopefully one of the next ones that these hedge funds are looking at. And there's two sides to this. The first one is if they put the money in and continue to hold it, that's going to be very healthy and good for cryptocurrency. The bad side is if they try to manipulate the market or do things along those lines. And if we do see market manipulation, I'm going to come on here and let you know with notifications, with videos. So make sure if you're new to the channel, if you've been part of the channel, have those notifications on. So that way, if we do see market manipulation, I can tell you ahead of time. So that way you will not fall for it and they will not be taking your money. It's hard to manipulate crypto, significantly harder than it is to manipulate a lot of other things because it's so decentralized and so big. So they're not going to have as big of a grip on it, but they can certainly do some things, and we have seen them in the past trying to manipulate it. Normally it fails. A couple times it has succeeded, unfortunately. As we're also seeing, take a look at this. Golden Tree Asset Manager is an American asset management firm founded in 2000. The firm is headquartered in New York City offices and also has offices in Dublin, London, Singapore, Sydney, Tokyo, West Palm Beach, so all over the place, but New York is where it is based off of. Then Bitcoin, $700,000. We have some major people in the cryptocurrency space saying that the top we could see Bitcoin going to is 700,000, which would be a 21x approximately from where we are now. And the market cap that we would see with Bitcoin would be over $15 trillion with Bitcoin alone. Kind of crazy to even consider, especially when you think about the fact that gold in its entirety has a market cap of approximately 10 or so trillion. So that would be unprecedented. Is it possible? Well, of course it is, because gold is significantly harder to buy than cryptocurrency. So if gold can do it, then of course crypto can too, especially as it starts to get more and more roots across the entire globe, and as more and more big companies and big institutional type firms start to come and look at it seriously. 700,000 though, if we do see that happening, we will likely see Dogecoin seeing some big gains as well. The reason why is because, well, there's actually two parts to this. The first one is there's really not enough money in cryptocurrency that's going to be able to come in for Dogecoin to see crazy gains that will go above $5 and things like that. If we're also going to see Bitcoin just absolutely going crazy and all of the money being poured into that, there's not infinite amounts of money to go around. So there's really two ways to this. Either Bitcoin will in fact go to that level where we'll see $700,000, definitely a possibility, or we're going to see Dogecoin continue to take a bigger and bigger share of it, even maybe potentially even actually becoming that main cryptocurrency at some point in the future. With all the big catalysts, with Elon Musk working hard behind the scenes, with all of the Dogecoin devs making sure that it is compatible and comparable, very much so in comparison to the other cryptos, that is a possibility. What I'm predicting is that we will see most likely a ceiling of 700,000 if Bitcoin really does take over as that global currency, and we will see Dogecoin if it did have that same 21x that Bitcoin is being predicted to potentially have, then we would see Dogecoin going up to around that $5 area. And then if you really want to take it to that next level and say Dogecoin does really get that foothold and becomes the main currency that is used, which is something that seems kind of silly. It seems like it would be impossible. If that does happen, then we would likely see Dogecoin, if it does go up to that $10 trillion market cap, we would see Dogecoin going over $70 to around that $71 area. And I don't think anyone should expect that to happen because it takes so many insane things to go right, so many perfect case scenarios. So none of us should expect that to happen, but still, we can be optimistic in it and we can hope that something along those lines does happen, or at the very least, if Bitcoin does continue to go extremely high, that Dogecoin and the other altcoins that a lot of us are investing more heavily in will also see those big gains, which is very, very, very likely. Even if we don't see anything in terms of Dogecoin taking a larger share, we will still see it going up a lot as BTC does that same thing. A few chats coming in. Yeah, that's definitely true. Put your money in Ethereum, someone says. Yeah, Ethereum is doing pretty dang well right now. Ethereum is one of my favorite altcoins to be holding right now because it has that same stability that Bitcoin has while also having a lot of upside. And look at that, you see the BitBoy notification rise. I'm talking about that for his video on Ethereum. But I think really the biggest slot for Dogecoin to slide into is going to be within the next couple of years here. It's going to be really make it or break it for Doge. If Doge can start to get that foothold and people do start to respect it and use it as a currency, then that is what's going to be required for it to actually have those bigger spikes that could see insane gains into the coming years. 10 years from now, that is where they were predicting that Bitcoin could be at around 700,000. And where that came from specifically is if every single person who currently has a smartphone of any kind, doesn't have to be Apple, it can be Samsung, whatever kind of smartphone you have. If every person who had that decided to come into Bitcoin, then we would see that approximate valuation. And if not, then we obviously wouldn't. Matt, let me see what this chat says right here. Someone put a chat saying, Matt, did you get the chance to check out meme fungible tokens? Yes, I did follow you on Instagram. You definitely have a cool page making some funny memes about companies and their logos. I definitely like that. Good job there with what you're doing. As we're also seeing, this is the entire market of cryptocurrency and what it's been doing. We have seen a 2.41% increase over the last day alone for cryptocurrency Bitcoin, going up 1.3%, but most of that has actually come, believe it or not, from Ethereum, rising up a massive 4% just in the last day, going up to 2,500, back to those similar top levels that we were seeing not that long ago for where it was on this run. Bitcoin and Dogecoin are also doing pretty dang good this week. Dogecoin up 7%, Bitcoin even more with 23%. Cardano and Bitcoin, Cardano and Dogecoin are actually performing very similar right now. Cardano has gone up 9.4% and then 2.3% on the day. So very similar numbers with Cardano and Dogecoin. Both of those are kind of falling back a little bit during this spike, which means they're undervalued. So if you were looking for some short-term value during this mini run that we're seeing right now, those are two I would definitely be keeping my eye on as we continue to watch and hope that we see some more big things coming. Also, we see Michael Saylor, who is coming in and saying he's defending buying Bitcoin on money that you don't actually have. So borrowing money, then using that to purchase Bitcoin. I disagree with him very strongly here. He is basically saying that this is compared to investing early in Facebook. You're getting into Bitcoin and Dogecoin and cryptocurrency right now. He's a huge fan of BTC. That's what he's specifically referring to here. But there's two parts to this. The first one is that technically getting in early on Facebook and getting in early on Bitcoin, you'd have to go into Bitcoin probably in maybe 2014, 2015, or even before that, if you wanted to say you're really truly early on it. Now you can still make a lot of money, but it's not the same thing as looking at a tech stock like that and getting in super early on it. So no, I don't think he's right. And technically, if everyone decided to go take out money and then get debt and put more money in crypto, I would make a lot of money. A lot of us would make a lot of money if people did that. Even though that's the case, we're still going to be honest about it and say, no, don't do that. It's probably too risky. Yes, there's a high chance it's going to go up, but that doesn't mean it's impossible for it to go down if something really bad happens, like the US government cracking down way too much on crypto. So we have to be very cognizant of that and very careful moving forward. As we have also seen, though, Elon Musk liking this tweet from Steven Steele saying AMC really should accept Dogecoin. It just makes sense. Do you agree? Elon Musk pressing one simple heart there on that tweet. He understands what's going on, and he is actively now trying to get new companies to start accepting Dogecoin. He really is working hard behind the scenes. A lot of people don't even see it. But with what he's doing combined with what the community is doing, there really is a bright future, I think, for Dogecoin. Like and share button to the moon. Oh, that's right. We have not gotten any likes yet. Let's go see if we can run those up. We have gotten some, not a lot in comparison to what we're capable of. But yeah, see if we can get to 500 likes. I feel like that would be a pretty dang good amount there. We're at 250 or something along those lines now. I think we can get to 500 as more people start to come into live. And remember, what is it? It's Saturday, 8:21 p.m. Oh, nice. A new chat coming in from UPAZZ2077 saying, I like your cut. I appreciate that. And this one says like and share button. Yeah, that's definitely something people should be pressing. But we also have this article coming out saying that Elon Musk and Apple, apparently he tried to go to Apple and become the CEO. That's what we're being told. Well, that's not even close to true. Elon Musk coming out and saying, no, it's not true. Apple saying, no, it's not true. Actually, Elon Musk tried to get a meeting with Tim Cook, the CEO of Apple. He wouldn't even let him have the meeting. The truth is that Tim Cook, he won't even give you the time of day if you have any different opinions than him. Elon Musk is outspoken. He says whatever the heck he wants. Tim Cook doesn't like that very much. So that's why Tim Cook wouldn't do the meeting. And I think Tim Cook should definitely be more open. He should not be so closed-minded when it comes to who he's willing to meet with. Elon Musk, imagine not meeting with him. Imagine someone calls you and says, hey, Elon wants to meet you. Well, of course you say yes. Who wouldn't? Well, Tim Cook wouldn't. That's kind of silly. We're also seeing this 19-year-old is earning $54,000 a year mining Bitcoin as a full-time job. And you may think, oh, well, that sounds super easy. You literally just sit there in bed or wherever you want to sit, and the Bitcoin mining happens automatically on its own. Actually, there's a lot of work involved, especially if you have a big warehouse like this. He's only part of the team. He's not the full thing, but he has to wake up every morning and work on machines. It's a pretty easy job compared to most. But on top of that, as Bitcoin continues to get harder and harder to mine, there's going to be less incentive there. You cannot have this job forever. He is actually skipping college to do it. And if you have something really cool lined up, then I guess that makes sense. But personally, if I were him, I would just go to college first, unless... the college is overrated in a lot of ways when it comes to the amount you spend versus what you get. But at the same time, there are lots of incentives if you have a specific job you want. If you need a degree for that field. Maddie, I like the cut, bro. Doge to the moon. I appreciate that. Coming in from MQF. And you got the rockets there with that comment. That's definitely a positive thing there. And another positive thing is that we are seeing as well a lot of people using cryptocurrency to pay for vacations, which actually makes a lot of sense. So many travel agencies starting to accept it. A lot of big companies, like for example, Richard Branson's company is accepting Bitcoin, Virgin Galactic Air. He also is most likely going to accept cryptocurrency, I believe, for his flights into space through Virgin Galactic, which I have a lot of money in SPCE, the stock. Someone said, roast Tim Cook. Massive amounts of crypto ATMs being installed everywhere. Massive numbers within the last few weeks. Very bullish. That's one of the reasons we are seeing more people have confidence in cryptocurrency. As more exchanges and more ATMs start to allow you to purchase it and allow you to take money out and use it for transactions, it's going to be easier to want to hold. It's going to be easier to believe in it long term. And that is required. I mean, obviously, it hasn't been a perfect last few months for cryptocurrency, not anywhere close, because we have seen a decent amount of dropping. And we're going to talk about the negatives and the positives too. It's not just going to be all positive. What do you think of BTT? Actually, let me go and pull up BitTorrent right now. Let's see how it's doing. I haven't checked it in a few days here. Hopefully, it's continuing to go up because I do have some money in it. I don't have that much in comparison to some of my other investments, but I do have a decent amount in there. Let's go and check it on CoinMarketCap. Oh, nice. So it has gone up a little bit. So it looks like in the last month or so, we have seen a recent spike in the last 7 days, actually doing pretty dang well during this last little run that we've seen here, going up. What is that? 10%, 20% in the last month or so. So yeah, definitely not too shabby in the last 2 weeks, really. It's gone from 0.019 all the way up to now 0.28. Okay, that's pretty dang good. Not bad at all. It's actually significantly more than 10% if you look at just the last 2 weeks, but it had fallen some before then. BitTorrent, if you're not looking at other cryptos to diversify your portfolio, you're probably missing out. Been a member, can't wait to join that Discord as well from Eric the Gold Guy. I believe I sent you the link, right? If not, what I'm going to do, I'm actually going to post a link to the Discord. If you just became a member, if you recently joined, I will put the link to the Discord in a members only post on YouTube right after my live, and then you can go to that link and you can join right away. What's up, bro? Sorry, out of work. Apple is a con. Oh yeah, Elon Musk has been roasting Apple some too recently. He went out and said, hey, Apple charges these massive fees and extra things here and there on their website. You see all these additional upcharges, and then, you know, we've heard what they've done in the past with actually toggling the ability to use their products, so you have to pay more or replace them or buy a new one, and stopping you from being able to fix it yourself. All the stuff that Apple does to make more money, when in reality, it would be significantly better for everyone if they just did the right thing and made their products as best as they possibly could. This is similar to the light bulb industry, who not that long ago or actually, well, kind of long ago. It depends how you look at it. But within the last century, they were making light bulbs to last less long so that you would have to go and buy more. Otherwise, they wouldn't make as much money. It's kind of like what Apple is doing right now, planned obsolescence. And we've seen some good videos coming out about that. I will expect Dogecoin for my rentals, Matt. Oh, you're going to accept it. Coming in from Omar. And the more we see people actually coming and saying, hey, you can buy things with Doge with my small business, when you and your friends pay each other in Doge, that's going to be a really community-driven type increase that doesn't require other people. We can all do that ourselves. A Doge house. Oh, I see. You want me to help you get a Doge house? That would definitely be really awesome coming in from Omar. If you do get one, make sure to film the process of that, and we will definitely talk about you on the show. That would be awesome. A Doge house. There have been a couple people who bought things with cryptocurrency. There's one guy who's selling his house for Dogecoin. Maybe if you want to buy that, there we go. There's your solution. But anyway, I'm Matt Wallace. This is Final Stand, and I will see you in the next video.